All right, what up, yo? The 49% score that I got on the test kind of had me tripping for a minute, but I'm back with domain 3, and that even tripped me up a little bit because I couldn't even remember what was in domain 3. And after going through it, it's cryptography, security models, and a whole lot of other stuff. But here's the one thing that I saw on the test, and forgive me because I got my notes here from watching the Pete Zerger videos. So I wanted to kind of talk about security models and the properties that were mentioned, because I got a couple of questions on my practice exams. As you know, I'm doing the LearnZap joint. So I got a couple of questions and I couldn't figure out the question was, I believe, either trying to write down or write up. So a couple of the security models that were mentioned were Biba and Bell-LaPadula, and there's another one that I can't remember, but that one I know in the video it mentioned if you see it, it's likely going to be directed towards corporate or, yeah. So there's one for government, I believe, and there's one that's specifically geared for corporate. And the one question was about simple security property and star security property. So I just wanted to quickly review this and let you know real quick to look out for this, because you're going to see this on the exam, practice exams, whatever, while you're reading. And bro, help me, like, I'm trying to figure this shit out too, and I'm trying to make sense of all this. So this is just to show you what I'm doing. I don't really know what I'm doing, but I'm trying to get through this. This shit is kind of, me explaining this kind of helping me get through it myself. So the simple security property describes rules for read, and the star security property describes rules for write. So if the security model is, or if the question is like the security model is for write down, which security property would it be? And it would be the star security property, just to make it simple. And then if the subject is trying to read up, what's the security property for that? And that would be the simple security property. So again, simple security property is for read, star security property are the rules for write. There's so much to go over, so many more things that I need to keep following up on. Yeah, it's work, man. It's work. I took a test today that was 50 questions, and it was rough, man. It was rough. There was a lot of questions that I should have known. Like one of the questions that I got wrong, and it's so dumb, but it was like when you have to give out, I forget the question. Actually, let me look it up because I sent it to my peoples, because I was so frustrated when I sent it, when I got it wrong, and I sent it, and they were like, they made me feel even dumber. They was like, oh nah, I would have chosen. And it's true, because I guess I was either, I don't know what I was doing. Sometimes I'd be zoning out when I'm trying to take these tests and I don't be focused. That's the other thing. You got to be focused. And if you can't get focused, you might have to take some stuff to get you focused. I'm not going to say what that stuff is because I don't promote it. But you figure it out what you need to take if you need to get focused. But I don't need that. The question was, what process or event is hosted by an organization, right? So when you have every year, your company is likely going to do awareness training. So that's an event, yearly event that your company is going to do to get everybody up to speed on what's new in security. You might talk about future things. You might talk about things that are going on now. You might have to gamify, or you'll see the company gamify this during this time or these meetings, and it's security awareness training. The answers were awareness and training. I didn't even get to the training because awareness was before it. I'm like, yeah, when this event is called security awareness training. Bro, of course it is. But I saw awareness and I was like, oh, let me pick this one because that's what it is. And nope, wrong. So those are the kind of things that you got to look out for, man. Focus. Don't be distracted while you're taking these practice exams, and make sure you read the question in its entirety. Read through all the answers first, and then if you have to, read the question again and then go through the answers again, and that way you can solidify that you're answering the question right. Another question is that I got wrong stupidly, again, my mistake, and these are the things that make me upset because these are stupid mistakes. There's an SQL injection attack to deface a web server, and there's no patch on the web server. And what's the threat? And I'm like, oh yeah, the threat is and remember, it says, what's the threat? And I'm like, yeah, the unpatched server obviously is the threat. If you patch the server, it won't be vulnerable, therefore it won't be a threat. But that's not the definition of threat, bro. So the threat is the hacker. The hacker is posing the threat to the exposed server, and the vulnerability is the SQL injection, right? So read the fucking question, bro. Shit like that should not be happening. I think I got a 60 on this test. And it could have been, who knows what it could have been if I'd have gotten those two and probably others correct. But I don't appreciate my boy saying, yo, the first one, I would have gotten that right. You got to understand. And then my other boy goes, I knew the answer would be this because of this. And I was like, all right, you ain't got to point it out. They both got they CISSPs. So I was a little tight about that because it's good to have people. That's another thing, man. It's good to have people that can guide you. Like I got a mentor, but also I got a lot of people who have also taken the test and they understand how difficult it is and all that. And you know, they can, when you're doing anything that's difficult, it's good to have people, and I talked about this on a podcast too. It's good to have people who have either done it or are doing it with you, so you can bounce things off of them, and they might have experienced or are experiencing the same thing, so you could kind of suffer the trauma together. You know what I mean? Like comedy is a perfect example. Comedy is not, if you don't do comedy, there's going to be a lot of ups and downs, very high highs and very low lows, and a civilian is not going to understand that. They're not going to know, you know, what it is that you're going through. Like, for example, I have a bad set. I come home, I tell my wife, and she's like, oh, don't worry about it. It's okay. It's going to be okay. And I'm like, nah, it's not going to be okay. This is life or death, B. But she doesn't understand. So it's good that I have my boys that I could talk to about, you know, because they've been through it. So they understand. They might make fun of you, or they might make you laugh because of the situation that happened, whatever happened with comedy. But it's good that you have that person that you can lean on. So I have that with the CISSP, and I'm grateful for my boys, and they allow me to complain, and the fucking, you know, they pick me back up, because a lot of times I'm like, yo, fuck, I don't know, I don't want to do this shit no more. This shit is dumb. I should have never started this shit, but I have to do these videos and see this shit through, pass or fail, and you keep me honest. You know what I'm saying? So all the messages, all the comments that I get, that shit keeps me honest. So I'm gonna keep doing this, and I'm gonna go through it. But again, I do have these moments where I'm like, yo, this shit is annoying, and I don't be focused and all that shit. So anyway, I'm rambling, yo, but I wanted to share that. Domain 3 security models. Remember, simple security property describes the rules for read. Star security property describes the rules for write. If you're doing Biba or the security model or the LaPadula security model, write up, read down, vice versa. But those are the security properties for that. I hope this shit helps me. Let me know in the comments what you think, and I'll highlight you on the next episode. Easy.